Remember this picture of J.J. Abrams and Lucasfilm head honcho Kathleen Kennedy posing with an R2-D2 model? Well, it turns out the most key part of the picture are the two gentlemen standing with them. Lee Towersey and Oliver Steeples are Star Wars fans and members of the worldwide R2-D2 Builders Club, who were hired to build droids including R2-D2 for the upcoming film after Kennedy saw their R2 models at the fan convention Celebrations Europe. This seems to confirm the speculation that R2-D2 will indeed be appearing in the new film. John, is it good news or bad news that R2-D2 will be in the new Star Wars?
Oh, it's great news. It's really great news. R2-D2 is quintessentially a part of Star Wars, and he's got to be there, absolutely. Now, however, saying that, and everybody knows I am the world's biggest Star Wars fanatic. But having said that, let's not forget R2-D2 was also in the prequels, and that didn't save those awful pieces of crap. So, I mean, but yes, I'm really excited he's there. But to me, the coolest part of this story is about these two guys whose names I won't try to pronounce, that Ashley just mentioned. The two guys we see standing in the back with Kennedy and J.J. Abrams. They're just Star Wars fans who got into a hobby of building these replica droids from Star Wars, showed them off at a fan convention, and then Kathleen Kennedy saw them and hired them to work on the new Star Wars movie. This is one of the great, if you're a film fan, this is your dream. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the greatest stories ever. I am so happy for these guys. I'm so excited for them. And look, from the stuff I started to look up some of their stuff, their work is fantastic. They make really good looking stuff. So I'm thrilled for these dudes. Very happy R2-D2 is going to be there, but I don't think that's going to be the make or break point because like I said, he was also in the prequels. But still, love that he's there. But the story for me about this, two fans, suddenly now they're working on Star Wars. So amazing. Anyway, Schnepp, how do you see it?
When you looked them up, are they the guys who go to all the conventions and have the remote-controlled R2-D2s?
I don't know if it's them particularly, or I'm certain it's part of the same club, the R2-D2 Worldwide
We
Radio
saw
Fan Club.
some at Kamikaze.
We did. That's some really good ones,
They had a bunch of droids
too.
running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because we mentioned those two guys on the show a couple days ago. We're like, who are those two humps? Oh my God, they're the dudes who made R2-D2. Yeah, I mean, or the new iteration of what's going to be in the series. I think it's great too. I had no idea that that's who I thought those were just like two guys, you know, unnamed dudes hanging out. Like we're the handlers, you know, JJ's handlers or whatever, you know. But they're actually R2's handlers. So yeah, I think it's great news.
Dennis?
Yeah, I think it's good news. It's not a big surprise. We all said previously that we thought R2-D2 was going to be in the next Star Wars. We just didn't think the picture was the confirmation. But apparently, now they revealed this bit of news. It is. Yeah, I think it's really cool that these fans. Sometimes, though, the fans probably have more knowledge than sometimes the people that are working on these things.
Make no mistake about it. Yeah.
Like I've heard of other movies or even like video game stuff where they hire people who are just fanatics about, especially like costume design,
right?
And they know more about the costume and designs of like a armor of a particular character more so than the people doing it. Right. So I think it's a good move.
One of the things I really take away from this is it reminds. Talking about these two guys who now live in the dream, right? I get a lot of people asking me all the time, and I've addressed this on Mailbag, but a lot of people ask me all the time, John, how can we do what you do? Because here we're all living in Hollywood. We get to talk movies all day and see movies and blah blah blah. But it's the same thing about these two guys. A lot of people write to me and ask, how can I just do it? Because a lot of people just want somebody to come and hand it to them.
Yes.
Just come and give me a job working on Star Wars. Come and let me be a guy living in Hollywood talking about movies all day. The key to it is what these guys did, which is do something. These guys are just fans. They were dreamers who then took their dreams and actually did something about it. They didn't just sit around and say, wouldn't it be cool if we had art? No, they set about the art of making droids. And they worked at it and worked at it and worked at it to the point that they became some of the best in the world, just doing it as fans. So they actually had physical stuff that they could show people so that when the time came and you had the CEO of Lucasfilm walking by and seeing their stuff, they actually had, this is what I can do. And so I tell people too, who are often asking, how can we do what you guys do? I tell people all the time, start a blog, run it for a few years, get a podcast going, build up your readership so that at some point when a site like /Film or Coming Soon or all these great online film sites are looking for people to hire, you're not just, oh, I'm sure I could do good. No, you've actually got something to show them. You've got your R2 unit that you can show them, this is what I've done and this is what I can do. And it's these guys are a great testament to that. And I'm just so happy and excited for them that they were able to make it.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.